So after I made that video response to Prince of Queens, he wanted to call me a liar, a betrayer, a backstabber. He's really taken over my notifications on Twitter, and he wanted to leave me 14 comments in one video. I shit you not. So here we are in my comment section. And this is a friend of Prince of Queens. Remedial production values, check. You haven't been complaining all this time. And if this is your very first time on my channel, then I don't see why I should care about your opinion. Content's based almost exclusively on talking about other content creators, check. Again, if you felt that way, then how come you didn't say anything earlier? You didn't say anything when I've came to Prince of Queens' defense. When I've defended Prince of Queens, you're telling me what a wonderful person I am. So, I don't get it. You should have been saying that when I was defending Prince of Queens. That's the way we would know that you are unbiased. But to, sing my praises when I defend Prince of Queens and condemn me when I criticize Prince of Queens, we know that you are just speaking out of a bias. Pedantic moralizing. Where were you earlier when I defended Prince of Queens? And, I was like, hey, Cog, I think you're being too mean to Prince of Queens. Cog, I just think you're just being mean-spirited to Prince of Queens. I think you're being mean and hateful. So, like, where were you then? Why are you suddenly complaining about it now? It just seems like you have a bias. Zero efforts other than creepily lurking in the comment section of other people's Twitter feeds. Many of my videos involve Twitter because I spend most of my time on Twitter than on YouTube. It seems almost like you don't even watch my YouTube videos. Go figure. Back alley, back alley YouTube tablet channel confirmed. And we all know who liked that comment. Prince was like, yeah, thank you, man. For me, I just say, not an argument. Plus, you've never complained until now. How come this is your very first time complaining? And how come you didn't complain when I've defended Prince of Queens from cognitive thoughts? And, when it comes to Prince, I wasn't paying much attention to him. Not that much because this guy left me 14 comments in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. This guy, he just seems a bit nuts to me. Who leaves 14 comments in one video and then he just mentions Sevy Rose somewhere or Sevy, let's see, because to be honest, I just skimmed it. I didn't really read it because it's just kind of, I don't know, creepy because all I remember is that he was like saying that like Sevy is wonderful or amazing or whatnot. I don't know. Okay, I have found it. Nice knowing you, Ren. Turns out Savvy was right about you. I've always wondered why you pry so much. Proof, evidence. Are you going to give any proof to back up your claims, or are you going to just throw accusations against me without backing it up? And Sevi is a con artist. Sevi is a con artist who pretended to have cancer in order to con people out of money. And there is like a video recording of her beating her then girlfriend Liz. And I think the video is still up of her beating her girlfriend. I guess I should I guess I have the answer. You're one of the worst dishonest backstabbers around that has no logical consistency with your arguments. Good thing I never confided in you. And this is weird because it's like on Twitter, he said that he did confide in me, and now he's saying like I didn't confide in you. So it's like, it's like good thing I never confide in you. However, I'm quite sure that I still like have the tweets where he said that he did confide in me, and then I just betrayed him. I mean, it's really over dramatic, and yet he doesn't want to presents any evidence to back up his claims. It's all claims and no evidence. Like here he is saying the same thing on Twitter that, not he's backtracking or backpedaling a little bit and saying that Sevi actually isn't a good person. So it's kind of like, why did he bring her up in the first place when he's just going to backpedal a bit? And then he's going to say that Rand seemingly pretends to be somebody's friend in order to pry into personal details about him. And then Carlos, he came to my defense. I disagree. She is my friend and she never once pried into my personal life. And actually, many people came to my defense. And here I say it's true for Modwin too. I never pried into his personal life, and I never stabbed him in the back like the shit Prince of Queen loves spewing about me. And he does have my permission to release all of our DMs. I don't care because I don't have anything to hide. And Madeleine, he backs up, and me, and he says, "I indeed never had an issue with Rand, other than the fact that some at times we do not always agree, but even that is always above." Bored and correct. I do not know what happened between Rand and Prince, though. I guess I didn't see the drama, but Prince considering size what a drama. However, I don't care about his channel size. I don't really care. I just care that he lied about me, which is why I say, hey, I mean, if you can prove it, you have my permission, and he still does. He has my permission to release all of our DMs to prove. He could just merely prove that, I tried to pry into his personal life. And I mean, I was surprised but a little bit happy over all of these supports I received. Like, Reaper, he defended me. He changed his name to Agents of Apathy. And let's see, Liz Reptile was like, I read your comments on her video. I DM'd you about it. You got a few things wrong. Please check it out. I mean, because Liz Reptile, she is Savvy Rose's like ex-girlfriend, and Savvy actually used to beat her. So it's quite weird to say like, Savvy is right. So it's weird to say that Savvy is right when Savvy is a con artist and an abuser. So of course, her ex is going to be a bit upset. Oh, and like here's another one. Where Prince was all like, what's he saying? Sorry for the loading time. That would be a good friend. This is a huge grayscale. Ren did her best to get close to me for several months. And it's like, prove it. Like, prove it. Show our DMs. I want you to show our DMs. Prove that I try to get close to you for several months. And then the second she felt like it, she could capitalize by attacking me with personal darts. She chose to do so. Further or not, that isn't cool. And here I just Fair weather friendships exist in real life as well. However, when somebody goes above and beyond to compliment you for months, and here he says he tries to, like he went, above and beyond to compliment me for months, and then trying desperately to spend time with me, and then uses personal details in a video to get views. That's just a problem beyond the internet rules, which contradicts his other statements. Like he says that's good thing I never confided in you. Then he turns around and says, uses personal details in a video to get views. So which is it? Is it that you never confided in me? Or is it that I used personal details in a video to get views? And what's personal details? It's not like I doxed your name. I don't even know your name. It's not like I doxed your location. I didn't reveal any sensitive information. And so here I just say, oh, and here he says he was desperately trying to spend time with me. Now he's switching his story to, I tried my best to get close to him. You can't even keep your lie straight. Show our DMs. Show them all, liar. Like, it's so weird. Like, isn't it? Isn't it weird, like, to, like, have, like, so much evidence against me? You have all of this, evidence against me. Yet you're afraid to release our DMs and show it, even though you have my permission. So I made, like, a little parody skit, so I hope you like the little parody skits I've made. Bering raped me.
What?
Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Bering raped me. I have it on audio, I have it on video, and I even have 5 witnesses. Bering raped me.
Prove it, bitch.
What proof? Why do you want proof? I mean, I don't understand why people would want proof for anything I had to say. I just think you should take my word for it without any evidence. Yeah, like, don't you see how odd this all really is? Because he has me muted, and because he muted me, which means he can't see any of my tweets anymore, Carlos says to him, she gave you permission to post all DMs. And then Prince of Queens go, why on earth would I do that? Bravo! Now that is funny. Like, you have all of this proof, all of this proof that I've been trying to get close to you for months, and I've been prying into your personal details. You have all of this proof, and you refuse to release it. Um, yeah, no, she gave you permission to post the DMs. Why on earth would I do that? Yeah, because you would prove that you're the liar, not me. I have no idea why she started with me, and I have no interest in continue with this. Much more like you were just gonna hurt yourself. So, and this is Owen coming to my defense. So you can prove you aren't a liar. I have never had a problem with Ren. I'm calling bullshit. Yeah, somebody gives you permission to release the DMs, and yet, even though you have my permission to go ahead and go through with it, you're afraid to do so. So, yeah, it is bullshit. But I have found something very interesting about Prince of Queens that he posted on his channel some time back. This might be petty because I know we've been going at each other for hours, but I found an old video where Prince admitted to being hated and blocked by his real life friends because he talks shit about them for views, and how he secretly hates his friends. Let's click on it because this is on his channel, by the way. let's see. I'm just going to click and get like a
channel update.
Just do. So here I am. I'm on Prince of Queens' YouTube channel, and I mean it's because he reveals some things about himself. I mean this how he uses his friends for views. So like this is his channel. Like so you can tell that this isn't edited any weird way, and I even showed it to a few friends. Like this is actually his channel, and in this video he admits using his friends like for views, like or like secretly hating his friends. And I'm gonna play the video for you like right here.
Current events to describe my points, but a large percentage of what I was talking about was actually anecdotes, which I don't have a problem with. I enjoy if somebody has funny stories. I like hearing about it. But it's gotten to the point where I not only feel like I've been starting to sort of say the same things too many times, but also I've been running into problems in my extended social sphere where it's hard to engage with people because I've grown a really bad reputation amongst the SJWs in my extended real life social sphere. They kind of know that I really hate them. And not only have the vast majority of them blocked me, like thousands and thousands of people on Facebook have me blocked, people that I was actually friends with. Uh, but even more so, it's come to my understanding that some people on Facebook are now so committed to not agreeing with me that if I say something, like because of the fact that, I argue with these people to gather material for my videos, which also they know. There's SJWs who tell people not to argue with me because the argument might end up in a video, because it's happened a bunch of times, obviously. But even further than that,
So he gets into fights with people so that he could have more material for his YouTube videos. And many of his real life friends on Facebook blocked him because of that. And he admits that he secretly hates his friends. I don't secretly hate any of my friends. I either like you or I don't. And many of my real life friends are still my real life friends. And so like a lot of what's coming from his mouth is projection because he loves playing the victim. Like he got into some arguments with Cognitive Doll. So it's like Cognitive Doll was my best friend. We were such close, and I saw him. He was my dear friend, and I was so close to him. And he's betraying me. Or Sinatra. Sinatra was my friend, and like Sinatra was like, I was never friends with you. Like Sinatra was like, well, what are you talking about? We were never friends. It's like, oh my goodness, you're denying our friendship. We were such close friends. We were really, really, really close. And I mean, you're gonna deny we were ever friends, and now you're gonna betray me. How could you? Prince of Queens, he loves playing the victim card. He absolutely, positively loves playing the victim card because then people feel sorry for him. Then people are like, wow, I mean, you were friends with the Prince of Queens and you betrayed and backstabbed their friendship. No, how could you? But there is only so long you can keep up the lie before it starts eating away at you. What I mean is, it's kind of like Mr. Medicare has, talked about Simona Kumite. Cognitive Dog talks about him. Sinatra Says talks about him. Andy Worski talks about him. Failure Accomplished talks about him. And, it's kind of a lot like he wants to start a fight with me. I mean, okay, look, I did make a response video to him, but if he was that upset over it, wouldn't it make more sense for him to make a response video, or if he were to just, block me and just not communicate at all? I mean, it doesn't make much sense to behave the way he behaved. Like, if I felt like, I mean, I didn't, but if I felt like if a person mischaracterized me in a YouTube video, which I didn't, I wouldn't leave them any comments. I would just block them on Twitter, and I would perhaps make a video response about it, and that's it. Then I'll just move on. I wouldn't just be going on and on and on. But you could see the video itself. I believe that I was fair, and many people actually came to my defense. Like, many people were like, "What are you talking about?" Like Carlos Modwayne, literally who Owen. I mean, pretty much every single person came to my defense because you could only play victim for so long, and so people are just going to get tired of you playing victim, because if everybody hates you, it's probably not everybody else, it's probably just you.